For most of the year, these cheeses cannot be made. The Alpine pastures lie buried beneath snow, the cows remain down in the valleys, and the copper cauldrons inside remote mountain chalets sit cold and silent. Then summer arrives. The snow begins to melt. The animals climb higher into the mountains. The fires are lit once again, and for one brief season, traditionally known as the 100 Days, some of the rarest cheeses on earth come to life. This isn't the story of just one cheese. It's the story of a remarkable family of Alpine cheeses produced only while herds graze high above the valleys. Beaufort Chalet d'Alpage, Letivaz, Gruyère d'Alpage, and one extraordinary outsider, Bleu de Termignon, a blue cheese so unpredictable that some wheels barely turn blue at all. They are all different, yet everyone begins with the same race against the mountain. Because when summer ends, production ends with it. Every year, as winter finally releases its grip on the Alps, an ancient migration begins. It's called transhumance. Cattle leave the farms below and climb toward the high summer pastures known as the alpages. Week by week, they follow fresh grasses, wildflowers, herbs, and clover, growing across some of Europe's richest mountain landscapes. That matters because great cheese begins long before milk reaches a cheesemaker's hands. It begins with what the animals eat. Fresh mountain milk is incredibly delicate. Transporting it back down winding roads would mean losing much of the character that makes these cheeses special. So instead, the cheesemakers move with the herds. Families spend the summer living in remote mountain chalets, milking the cows and transforming the milk almost immediately, often just meters from where it was collected. This isn't cheese made near the Alps, it's cheese made inside the Alps. Perhaps no cheese represents the idea of the 100-day season better than Beaufort Chalet d'Alpage, and the wording matters. Not every Beaufort qualifies to carry the Chalet d'Alpage designation. It must be produced in a traditional mountain chalet more than 1,500 meters above sea level. The milk must come from a single herd, and the cheese must be made twice a day immediately after each milking. While the milk is still warm, inside massive copper cauldrons, the curd is carefully heated, stirred, gathered into cloth, and lifted by hand before being pressed into Beaufort's distinctive wheel with its famous concave edge. A mature wheel weighs around 40 kilograms, yet only a small percentage of all Beaufort receives the Chalet d'Alpage designation. Every wheel represents months of hard work by families who choose to move their lives and their entire cheese-making operation high into the mountains for one short summer. Across the border in Switzerland, Letivaz follows mountain traditions with even stricter rules. Produced during the official Alpine season, from May to October, its defining feature isn't simply altitude, it's fire. Every wheel must be made in a copper cauldron heated over a genuine wood fire. No gas, no electricity, just wood. Every morning, the cheesemaker controls the flames by instinct, adjusting the logs and heat through experience rather than technology. Smoke darkens the chalet walls, the copper reflects the flames, and every wheel captures not only the milk from its pasture, but also the weather, the microorganisms, and the decisions made on that particular day. Industrial cheese aims for identical results every time. Letivaz embraces the fact that no mountain season is ever exactly the same. Then there's Gruyère d'Alpage, the mountain expression of one of Switzerland's most famous cheeses. Produced during the summer grazing season, it transforms fresh raw milk directly on the mountain rather than in the valley below. But unlike industrial production, these cheeses celebrate differences instead of eliminating them. A wheel made on one Alp may be floral and delicate, while another from a different mountain develops deeper, savory, or fruity notes. Even two neighboring chalets can produce cheeses with completely different personalities. Think of it like wine. The name tells you the family. The mountain tells you the character. The strangest cheese in this story is Bleu de Termignon. Unlike the large Alpine hard cheeses we've looked at so far, this is an incredibly rare farmhouse blue cheese produced high in the French Alps during the short summer grazing season. What makes it extraordinary is that its blue mold develops naturally, rather than being deliberately added, like it is in most modern blue cheeses. That means every wheel is unpredictable. Some develop beautiful blue-green veins running through the paste, while others show only a few scattered patches. Occasionally, a cheese called Bleu de Termignon emerges with almost no visible blue at all. Imagine spending an entire summer making one of the world's rarest blue cheeses without knowing exactly how each wheel will turn out. In a factory, that kind of inconsistency would be considered a flaw. Here it's proof that the cheese is still shaped by nature, the mountain environment, and the unique conditions of each season, rather than complete human control. Every wheel tells a slightly different story. These cheeses are expensive, but not because someone invented a luxury story around them. They're expensive because almost every part of their production is difficult. The season is short, the mountains are steep, milk volumes are limited. Equipment, animals, and entire families must move into remote alpine chalets for months at a time. The weather can change without warning, and every day begins with milking, lighting fires, making cheese, and hours of physical work, whether the cheesemaker slept well or not. Each wheel also represents something much bigger than food. Grazing animals help maintain alpine meadows that would otherwise disappear beneath forest. Families remain connected to remote mountain valleys, and centuries of traditional cheese-making knowledge survive because someone is still willing to practice it. When you buy an authentic alpine cheese, you're not simply buying milk that came from a mountain. You're helping preserve a landscape, a way of life, and a tradition that has survived for generations. If you want to experience these cheeses yourself, look for the words Alpage, d'Alpage, or Chalet d'Alpage on the label. Those names tell you the cheese was made in the high mountain pastures using traditional seasonal production. Remember, these cheeses are only made during the short summer season, but they often spend many months aging before they're ready to eat. A wheel produced high in the Alps during July may not reach its peak until winter or even the following year. For just a few short months each year, the snow disappears, the animals climb, wildflowers bloom across the mountains, and fires burn once again inside remote alpine chalets. Then, autumn returns. The herds descend into the valleys, the chalet doors close, and cheese-making comes to an end until the following year. But the summer doesn't disappear. It remains sealed inside every wheel, capturing the grasses, flowers, fresh mountain air, and the hard work of the people who made it. That's the magic of alpine cheese. It doesn't simply come from a place. It preserves a place that exists for only one brief season every year. For more stories like this, subscribe to CheeseHeavenTV. Visit CheeseHeavenTV.com to try our free Guess the Cheese game, and follow CheeseHeavenTV on Instagram and Facebook for more incredible cheese stories, discoveries, and traditions from around the world.